What's up, guys? Today, we're ditching the soul-crushing routine to explore Morocco's most mystical, magical, and confusing places. Forget Paris, let's get lost in the Moroccan desert, where sand in your shoes is a souvenir, not a nuisance. Grab your dusty passport, pretend you know how to haggle, and get ready for a journey that'll leave you with more questions than answers. We're diving into ancient cities, endless deserts, and gardens so bright they make Vegas look subtle. This is the kind of trip that'll make your Olive Garden-loving friends jealous, or at least confused by your Instagram stories. So buckle up, because we're about to see some stuff that'll make you question reality. Let's do this. First stop, Chefchaouen, also known as the Blue Pearl, a city that looks like it was plucked straight out of a dream and dipped in a bucket of blue paint. Or, as I like to call it, the world's largest Smurf village, minus the mushrooms, but with plenty of magic. Here, everything is blue. Walls, doors, stairs, flower pots, and even the cats seem to have a bluish tint from lounging in the sun-soaked alleys. It's as if the entire city agreed on a single color palette and never looked back. Locals say the blue keeps mosquitoes away, but I'm convinced it's actually a clever social experiment to see how long tourists can wander these winding streets before losing all sense of direction, and maybe their minds. Navigating Chefchaouen is like being dropped into a real-life escape room, except you paid for the privilege and there's no timer, just endless blue corridors and the faint hope of finding your way out. Influencers in flowing white dresses are everywhere, striking dramatic poses against the blue backdrops, curating their feeds one perfectly filtered doorway at a time. It's a living, breathing Instagram feed. Your internal compass? Completely useless. Every corner looks identical, and every so-called hidden gem is already occupied by a vlogger narrating their own journey through the blue labyrinth. You'll probably end up buying a rug you don't need simply because the shopkeeper offered you mint tea, called you friend, and told you a story about how the rug was woven by their grandmother. Trying to leave? Good luck. The exit signs are as cryptic as the streets themselves, and you'll find yourself looping back to the same blue doorways, convinced you've discovered a new part of town. Eventually, after what feels like hours of wandering, you'll stumble onto a viewpoint. From here, the city sprawls out below you, a serene blue wave nestled in the rugged mountains, as if the sky itself decided to settle on Earth. But don't be fooled by the peaceful view. Down below, it's a beautiful chaos. Locals weaving through crowds, shopkeepers calling out, and tourists snapping photos at every turn. Everyone is a little bit lost, but there's a camaraderie in the confusion. At least you're lost in the most photogenic place on Earth, surrounded by fellow wanderers and endless photo opportunities. You'll take another 100 photos of blue doors, each one slightly different, and eventually accept your fate as a permanent resident of the blue maze, at least in your camera roll. When you finally find your way out, you'll feel a wave of relief, and maybe, just maybe, a strange urge to turn around and dive back in, as if the city's blue spell hasn't quite let you go. Chefchaouen is a beautiful, disorienting trap, a place where time slows down, directions blur, and every moment feels like a scene from a storybook. It's a city you'll never forget, no matter how hard you try. So, is it worth it? Absolutely. Just be ready to lose your sense of direction, your personal space, and maybe a bit of your sanity, but gain a lifetime of memories and a camera roll full of blue. Next up, we're swapping the iconic blue alleys of Chefchaouen for something a little less Instagrammable but a whole lot more epic. We're talking about the endless golden waves of the Sahara Desert, an ocean of sand that stretches as far as your eyes can see and then some. This is your chance to live out those Aladdin cosplay fantasies, minus the magic carpet, minus the genie, but with a lot more sand in places you didn't know sand could go. Your noble steed, a camel with more personality than you bargained for, and a gate that will have you questioning your life choices within minutes. For the first 5 minutes, you'll feel like a desert prince or princess, gliding majestically across the dunes. Then reality hits and you're just clinging on, hoping you don't tumble off in front of your new travel buddies. The landscape is pure, unfiltered sand, dunes rolling on forever, the silence so deep it's almost surreal. It's so quiet you'll start craving the sound of a city street or even a Taco Bell drive-thru, just to remind yourself the world still exists. Climbing a dune is a workout you never trained for, like walking up a down escalator, but with every step sinking deeper. But when you finally reach the top, the sunset view is pure magic, painting the sand in shades of gold and pink, and suddenly, every grain in your shoes feels worth it. Of course, you'll try to capture it for Instagram, but your phone just can't handle the epicness. The colors, the vastness, the feeling, it's all bigger than a screen can hold. As night falls, you'll settle into a Berber camp. Think glamping, but with a side of sand in your sleeping bag. You'll eat tagine by the fire, listen to traditional music and swap stories with fellow travelers, all while everyone sneakily checks their phones for a Wi-Fi signal that never comes. But then, the real magic happens. With zero light pollution, the night sky explodes with stars. The Milky Way stretches overhead so bright and clear it almost doesn't look real, like someone turned up the contrast on the universe. You'll find yourself lying back in the cool sand, staring up in awe, and maybe even wondering if camels dream under the same stars. Sunrise comes early and it's freezing, but watching the desert slowly light up again, shadows stretching, colors shifting, is unforgettable. It's a moment that makes you forget about the cold and the sand in your socks. Leaving the Sahara is bittersweet. You'll find sand in your shoes, your bag, your hair, honestly everywhere for weeks. It's a gritty, persistent reminder of your adventure, and you'll secretly love it. If you're looking to disconnect from the world, to unplug and reconnect with something ancient and vast, maybe even with yourself, the Sahara is your spot. Out here it's just you, the sand and the sky. It's not glamorous, but it's real. You'll leave with stories, a new appreciation for solid ground, and a little bit of the desert that comes home with you, whether you want it or not. Next stop, Ait Ben Haddou, the Hollywood of Morocco. You've seen it in Gladiator, The Mummy, and Game of Thrones. This is Yunkai, the Yellow City. As you approach, it's like a giant sandcastle rising from the earth. You'll cross a bridge, humming the Game of Thrones theme without even realizing it. Inside you'll play Spot the Filming Location, and imagine yourself as an extra in an epic movie. The climb to the top is a workout, winding through maze-like streets and shops selling art made with tea and saffron. The view from the top, breathtaking. The whole valley, the new town and the Atlas Mountains stretch out before you. It's easy to see why filmmakers love this place. It's timeless and needs no CGI. A few families still live here, adding authenticity to the experience. You'll take your Khaleesi photo but end up looking like a sweaty tourist. It's the thought that counts. As you leave, you'll appreciate the centuries-old craftsmanship and the fact that you just walked through a living piece of history. If you want to walk in the footsteps of gladiators and dragon queens, Ait Ben Haddou is a must-see. Get ready for a color explosion at Marrakech's Major El Garden, a place so vibrant it almost feels unreal. The moment you step through the gates, you're hit with a kaleidoscope of hues that seem to pulse in the Moroccan sun. It's not just a garden, it's a living, breathing work of art, and every inch is designed to dazzle your senses. The garden was originally created by French painter Jacques Majorelle in the 1920s, who poured his artistic soul into every detail. Decades later it was lovingly restored by fashion icon Yves Saint Laurent and his partner Pierre Berge, who preserved its magic and added their own creative touch. Today it stands as a testament to the power of vision and collaboration, a place where art, fashion and nature collide. The blue here isn't like Chef Chaoen's soft pastels, it's electric, almost vibrating in the sunlight. This is a blue that commands attention, a shade so intense it almost glows, making the garden feel like it's been plucked from a dream. They call it Major El Blue, and it's everywhere, on the walls, the fountains, the planters, and even the benches. It's a color that's become iconic, instantly recognizable, and impossible to forget. Sunglasses are absolutely mandatory here, not just to shield your eyes from the blazing Moroccan sun, but to protect yourself from the sheer intensity of the colors. The garden is so bright it's almost overwhelming, and you'll find yourself squinting even on a cloudy day. The garden is an Instagram trap in the best possible way. Every corner is a perfect photo op. Blue walls, yellow pots, and exotic plants create a backdrop that's irresistible to anyone with a camera or a phone. You'll see influencers, travelers, and families all striking their best poses, hoping to capture just a bit of the garden's magic. You'll find yourself pretending to be a botanist, nodding at cacti and succulents you can't name, then snapping 50 photos from slightly different angles, just to make sure you get the perfect shot. It's impossible not to get swept up in the excitement. Despite the crowds and the cameras, there's a sense of calm here. The garden is a small oasis, dense with plants and shaded corners. Birds flit between the trees and the sound of fountains replaces the chaos of Marrakech's busy streets. It's a place to breathe, to slow down, and to soak in the beauty. And if you need a break from the colors, there's more to explore. The Berber Museum offers a glimpse into Morocco's rich cultural heritage. while the Yves Saint Laurent Museum celebrates the designer's lifelong love affair with Marrakech. It's a chance to feed your mind as well as your eyes. The variety of plants is wild. Towering cacti from around the world, lush bamboo forests and tranquil lily ponds. Every path leads to a new discovery, and every turn reveals another burst of color or texture. Couples, families, and solo travelers all jockey for the perfect shot, weaving between each other with cameras in hand. It's a joyful chaos, a shared experience of wonder and delight. For design lovers, it's a visual feast, an endless source of inspiration. For everyone else, it's simply a must-see, a place to escape the madness of Marrakech and lose yourself in color, creativity, and calm. Just be ready to fight for your photo space, and don't forget your sunglasses. Major El Garden is a place that dazzles, delights, and leaves you seeing the world in a brighter shade of blue. Our final stop, the Caves of Hercules near Tangier. Legend says Hercules rested here after his 12 labors. What you'll actually find: a cave, a crowd, and a gift shop. The main attraction is the sea-facing cave opening, supposedly shaped like Africa, if you squint. Everyone's here for the silhouette photo in the Africa opening. It's the official Tangier profile pic. Inside you'll search for signs of Hercules, but find only tourists, selfie sticks, and dramatic tour guides. The cave is part natural wonder, part ancient quarry, with strange circular patterns from stone cutting centuries ago. Most of your time is spent waiting for your turn at the photo spot, dodging waves and crowds. Outside, guys with monkeys on leashes add to the surreal vibe. The Atlantic view is dramatic. Waves crash, spray flies, and you can almost imagine ancient heroes here. But let's be real. You're here for the photo, not a spiritual awakening. It's a quick, fun, slightly cheesy stop. Perfect for ticking off your Moroccan bucket list. You won't find Hercules, but you'll get a cool story and a killer silhouette shot. And that's a wrap. We've been lost in blue cities, trekked the Sahara, walked through movie sets and made memories that will last a lifetime, got blinded by a garden's dazzling colors, and searched for a legendary demigod in a mysterious cave. I need a nap, and probably a chiropractor after that bumpy camel ride. Which spot would you want to get lost in first? Drop a comment below. Hit like and subscribe for even more questionable travel advice. Thanks for watching and choosing adventure over a predictable Paris trip this time. Remember, Morocco is just a flight away from your comfort zone, always waiting. Don't forget to subscribe before you get lost in the desert. Peace out, travelers.